resolving the vectors into the components. Now here actually resolving the vectors into the components, which essentially means that there is a vector for which actually you wanted to identify two different vectors which will give the same result of the original vector. So that's what is the resolving the vectors into the components. So for example, suppose if I have a vector like this and then I have a vector, let us say this is r vector and this vector is xi and this vector is yj, which essentially means that this r vector is as equivalent as that of adding these two vectors together. So that means, so xi plus yj is equal to r vector. So you know the r vector, you wanted to identify two different vectors, one is the xi and another is the yj, which is as equivalent as that of the r vector. So this is what actually here x is called as the horizontal component and y is called as the vertical component. Horizontal component and vertical component provided if you divide the components in perpendicular way. Provided if we divide into the perpendicular components. Here actually you may divide in terms of the perpendicular components or actually you may not divide into the perpendicular components. You can have certain angle also. For example, suppose I have a vector like this. Let us say I call this vector as r. I wanted to identify two different vectors which will give the same result of r, but that may not be in the horizontal and vertical components. Let us say this is the p vector and let us say this is the q vector. Now p vector and q vector are not perpendicular to each other, but the result of these two vectors is equal to r vector. That case actually you wanted to identify two different components of r which are giving the same equivalent as that of p plus q. So r should be equal to p plus q. If the angle between, suppose if the angle between p and q, let us say if it is 90 degrees, then we say that the perpendicular component of the vectors. What if it is not equal to the 90 degrees? Can we divide? Can we divide the original r vector into two other vectors which will give the same result but may not be in the perpendicular direction? Can we do that? Yes or no? Can somebody respond? Can we divide the vector r in terms of p and q which will give the same result of r? You wanted to identify? Yeah. So you wanted to identify this p and q, provided if you know the angles alpha and beta, right? So here actually what we can do is r is equal to, you know that it has to give the result of p and q. So if we add these two vectors together, it should give the result of r. Now what I will do is, I will take cross product r cross p. If I take on either sides p plus q, so I have done a cross product with p on either sides, then the right side can be p cross p plus q cross p, and then this is r cross p. And you know that the p cross p is always 0 because the angle between the vectors which are of the same vectors, so is always 0 because both are the same vectors. So the result of this is going to be 0. And then we left with r cross p is equal to q cross p, or this if you convert into the normal way, that is the magnitude of r and magnitude of p into sine of the angle between r and p. So the angle between r and p is alpha. So sine alpha is equal to, so the magnitude of q into the magnitude of p, Sine of angle between P and Q is alpha plus beta. Now here P and P will cancel out. We left with the magnitude of Q is equal to R sine alpha by sine of alpha plus beta. So this is how actually you can arrive at the magnitude of Q if you know the angle between R and P and R and Q. So here actually alpha and beta are the known information. Why it is known information is you wanted to divide into the components of R which are separated at an angle. So that separation if you know, then actually you will be able to divide whatever may be the separation you want, you will be able to divide into that part. Suppose if alpha plus beta is equal to 90 degrees, then that's what actually we call that dividing the vectors into the perpendicular components like this. So this is dividing the vectors into the perpendicular components where alpha plus beta is equal to 90 degrees. If that is the case, actually you are dividing the vector into the perpendicular components. So here actually if you substitute alpha plus beta is equal to 90 degrees, then actually Q is equal to R sine alpha. Similarly, in the same way actually if you do the cross product with Q, then actually you arrive at, so I'll just do that. R is equal to P plus Q. P plus Q, and then if you do the cross product with Q, this is equal to P plus Q cross product with Q. So P cross Q plus Q cross Q. So the cross product of Q cross Q is anyway 0. Then we left with R Q sine of angle between Q and R is beta is equal to P into Q into sine of angle between them is alpha plus beta. So here Q will cancel and then P is equal to R sine beta by sine alpha plus beta. Q is equal to R sine alpha divided by sine of alpha plus beta. So if you put this vector in this manner, this is the horizontal component and this is the vertical component. So here this angle is alpha. If this angle is alpha, then actually this angle between these two is 90 degrees. This is P vector and this is Q vector which are separated at an angle of 90 degrees. Then P is equal to R sine alpha and Q is equal to R cos alpha. R cos alpha. This is R cos alpha and this is R sin alpha. Got it? This is how actually you can divide. Got it? So this way you can divide any two different vectors in terms of so any particular vector you can divide into two different components which are separated at 90 degrees or may not be. But this is the most usual case, how we separate the components. So here actually without even using all these analysis, you can even directly with the help of the basic trigonometry, you know that actually here this is R and this is P and this is Q. Then so here sine alpha is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side is Q and the hypotenuse is R. Q is equal to R sine alpha. As simple as this. Similarly, if you take the cos alpha, so adjacent side by hypotenuse, so that way actually P is equal to R cos alpha. With the basic trigonometry you can do it. But in case if you wanted to divide into the vectors of which are not separated by 90 degrees, then actually you have to make use of this procedure so that you can divide into the vectors. Essentially the target is the resultant of those two vectors should be equal to R. That's it.